Alright, I hope everybody's doing alright. And all this craziness that's going on, but believe it or not, there's still going to be people that's struggling, because they go to war with themselves every day. And it comes to, we're going to look at alcohol, and we can apply anything to it too, because, or whatever else. And remember, the problem with, my story and my journey is the hospital bed, because it was the consumption of all of it and the moderation that my system, my brain had been programmed, okay, to where it was full throttle, because percentage wise here in any land, when something like this is glorified, there's going to be consequences, and a large percentage they already know are going to be, they're going to be addicts or addicted. They already know that. But here you're brought up in this system that you live in to where if you can't handle it, it's just, that's your problem. And you're a loser, you're a F up, and all this other stuff. Even though those individuals display the same character defects and bad behavior as we do, only in different ways that are still detrimental, not only physically, mentally, but spiritually and financially too. Same way. They have their addictions. But one way, see, we've done like the root of some of the words, and Al and L go back in history and it means God. And when we look at, excuse me, I've been running outside and it's raining and yelling. And when we look at like what we consume, okay, something we don't learn in rehabs, here's a bunch of doctor's notes and everything, and I'm going to go over what we don't learn, is when we consume physical and TV and stuff too, but when we consume something, we consume the life of that. And what I mean by that is, if we consume plants, you understand, we consume the life of that plant, because what we don't know is the brain is a battery. And if we eat magnetic and electric foods, okay, that are natural, then what that's going to do is it's going to charge us, okay? And we don't know that. So when I'm consuming 70, 80 beers a day of alcohol, because alcohol is the opposite of this, of alkaline. And your body, the fluid in you is made up of alkaline, okay? Alkaline water, you've heard of that, but it has to do with the cell salts that your body is made of, okay? And truthfully, this is okay, phos, we're going to get into, in Greek, means light, okay? So, and potassium phosphate, this right here, look, this is a cell salt that makes up the nerve fluid, okay, in the brain. Gray pia matter, that's this, but it's called caliphos. Look, caliphos, okay, and in scripture it says God is light, okay, says God is light. I can't, Matthew something. Says it, but there's one verse in particular, and a few of them that says God is light. Okay, so if we're looking at light, in Greek is phos. And kaliphos is the cell salt. This is the main cell salt, especially because of the brain. There's more kaliphos, there's more potassium phosphate up there in the claustrum or the cerebrum than anywhere else. And that's the motor. The cerebrum's the motor, the cerebellum is the transmission. That's why when we consume something, okay, because you're made of this same, you're made of this, you're the mineral kingdom. So you're made animals and all this stuff that has life, we're the mineral kingdom. So that's going to charge us. Even the ones that can take this in moderation are tricked because they're consuming death, okay? Because that's what this is. That's what that means. Doesn't matter if they can handle it. It's still used as a trick. And it is. And people that have money will never understand that. Because when we have the opposite, which is alkaline, okay, what's in the middle of alkaline? Kali, phos. You see that? Kaliphos, light, gray, pia matter, nerve fluid. We should be consuming the cell salt kaliphos, potassium phosphate, in every detox, rehab, hospital, anywhere. And if people with, this is your anxiety, this has to do with your anxiety. Because see, this shuts this down. It's the nervous system. And these. It shuts it down. It slows it down. That's what it does to the brain. That's when we get, the cells are literally dying, and they are. But we become deficient, and we're introducing something into the brain that represents this, because it's not made of alkaline water. You could make all kinds of moonshine, wine, and everything. Beer from alkaline water from the earth with the minerals in it. And there would be less alcoholism. But no, it's about money, Matt. And whenever we deplete this nerve fluid, okay, that's in the brain, whenever we deplete it, okay, this gray pia matter, and we fill it up with this, even the ones that can control it, they're still not putting anything in there. Even though your body regenerates cells on its own that you have no idea about. It doesn't. You think you beat shit? No, your body did it. That's how it's designed. You don't know what you're in. We're magnetic. We're a battery, and you don't know. And the sicker we are, then the easier it is to control us. Okay? But that's what it shuts the nervous system down. So when we're consuming this, even in a professional manner, and I'm not against you that drink, you know that. But you got to go through it to really see this piece, this world that we're in. You have to shatter the program with something like my journey. And the big one now is food. If you can shatter the veil, if you can shatter that glass, as they would say. These superstars, they're a lot of them grow up, they're overweight, as they're young. That's for the masses to watch and be like, see, hey, look, that's just fine. And then as they get older, they lose all kinds of weight. Well, it's because they lock their ass up to where they really can't eat or nothing. And then they use that story, because they know by then, hell, those children ain't going to they don't have that. But then again, it's not real. It's all a lie. I hate to say that, but I mean, it's like, the TV is the same thing. We're consuming. that television is transmitting. This alcohol is transmitting. Okay? It's transmitting another spirit. The alcohol is. Wine and spirits, liquor stores, it's not this kind of spirit that's going to come out. It's this kind of a spirit. And you know that. I got in a lot of trouble in my drinking days. Go back further than that. I mean, hell, all we did was go out and shit, and there was always fighting and DUIs and, you know, but that's the system that we're in and that we have been normalized into. You know, it's just like the, you know, it's like all the chocolate, all the sodas, all that stuff has life that you don't, death even has life, okay? And it does, because even through all the detox, through all that stuff, there's nothing that they show you. And they don't even know, though, because they've been in this system to where it's been, you know, you go in this direction and you don't question it. Well, I was the one in all their shit, just like others, but we went back and got doctor's notes and everything. From rehabs, you know, course in the hospital. This was the psychiatric abuse admission in one of multiple admissions to a formal substance abuse treatment program for this Caucasian male who presented for treatment of his alcohol dependence. He related that he relapsed on alcohol on Thanksgiving after 40 days of sobriety. He reported a long-standing history of alcohol. See, this is the doctor or whoever. He was educated regarding all medications prescribed for him and taught more appropriate coping skills to help. But there's laboratory data. The urine test was positive for benzos and cannabis, CBC and differential, whatever. But see, the benzos is in there because I'm trying to detox myself. Do you know what I mean? And the cannabis is in there because that shit's actually what did that and got me here. And then we stumbled on these along the way. And actually, you know, that's some real stuff. You need to look into that. Because this is what it's crazy. The environment that we consume will not allow us to get better. Everywhere you look, it's alcohol. Everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's sugar. Everywhere you look, it's just bad. Everywhere. Fast food. Everywhere. Apply this to anything. Look at what they consume against us that say we're just so stupid because we don't go run around spending money everywhere. And, you know, because it's like we're working on 8 years against against them, okay? And everything, and a black man and a white man started all of it, which is everything that's going on. They don't want to hear that story. Wait, he's like really, really clean? Oh no, because it's all about this. It's like you learn yourself. The world goes away. Then you start consuming life. You know, you consume the life of an apple, banana. You never know that because it costs money. It's just nothing. They made it something you got to buy even though it's free. It should be free. All of it natural. We should grow anything that has life. Anything. You know, so and I know it might have been a little all over the place, but I'm tired. But this has been weighing on me because, you know, we should know all about this and the alkaline water. Caliphos, I mean, it's in this. It's what it is. You know, this all ties in together. And this, and that, and this. You know, and these are a medium. These are a medium, like in sorcery, because they go back. They're a medium to us. And they got numbers on them, and Saturn's the god of numbers. Yeah. And then they go back to the source, which is the sorcerers that control us. And these are this is all through here. This is what keeps happening when you do those. You start eating plants and shit, smoking plants and herbs, that's what happens. Moderation, and when you know what you're doing, you know you're made of the shit. It's got to make sense. You're not made of this and this, or anything else that we went over. You're made of this. The same fluid running through your blood is the same thing as the ocean water, because you're electric. And this disconnects us. And those individuals that can handle it, they know that our body's created so badass that they can moderate their drinking and still have a brain to chase the world that's created for them to chase. You know, to where they'll never stray. And if you're lucky, if you're really thinking outside the box and thinking about how deep this is, the churches know this. The heads people of the school, they all know this. They know that the masses have never had none of this in their anatomies generationally. So they know that the brain, and more of this and anything, is smaller now. That's eugenics. They have shrunk the brain and made everybody really stupid and made them chase career world, and that's it. And then go spend your fake money that we give you. When truthfully, it's people who are the richest or the dumbest. Yeah. And the people who are really broke, you got your shit together. Image and vanity and all that shit. People can say whatever, but it's like this. There's plenty of room right now for people to get out of the way of my life, but they won't do it. And I don't help sick people. You understand? I can struggle. Going through all this shit made me learn how to struggle. And it made me learn how to not people please either and get mad because people don't want to do the right thing that I'm around. And in order to do the right thing, you have to do inventories, and you have to brainstorm, and you have to talk about things that you don't want to hear and how you got to change and you got to do this, and we'll have success. Nope, not doing none of that. And that's what I'm in with. And that's why I'm leaving halfway. You know, because it's about, like, your recovery, you got to do what you got to do, and I have to do what I have to do. And, you know, and it could have been so much easier for these people, but that's good that because, you know, my higher power worked through them and put me on finding out what did this. What is driving me to the point to where we're mastering all of it. You know, what's killed us, what has been designed to kill us. You master it. Because you find out what it is, you know, because it's in our brain and it takes years for it to come out. And you have to consume, you know, good going in everywhere. Love you.